Security controls are not static assets. They are living mechanisms that must evolve alongside the organization's risks, technologies, and objectives. Lifecycle management provides a disciplined framework to ensure that every control, whether technical, procedural, or administrative, remains effective and relevant. Without structured oversight, even the most sophisticated safeguards can drift into obsolescence, leaving gaps that adversaries exploit. A well-managed lifecycle links each control's purpose to measurable outcomes and ensures that investment aligns with business priorities. By managing controls as dynamic entities that mature, adapt, and eventually retire, organizations maintain a continuously optimized security posture capable of meeting today's demands while preparing for tomorrow's challenges. The control lifecycle begins with initiation, where risks are identified through assessments and gap analyses. During this phase, organizations define the need for specific controls based on exposure, regulatory mandates, and business objectives. The design phase translates those needs into tangible requirements, ensuring alignment with frameworks such as ISO 27001 or NIST SP 853. Implementation brings these designs to life through deployment, integration, and documentation. Once operational, controls enter the monitoring phase, where effectiveness is verified and adjustments are made. Finally, periodic reviews determine whether a control remains relevant or should be enhanced, consolidated, or retired. This cyclical process transforms security management from reactive patchwork to a deliberate system of continuous improvement. Integration with enterprise risk management ensures that lifecycle activities remain rooted in organizational priorities. As risks evolve due to regulatory change, technology adoption, or threat activity, controls must adjust accordingly. When a new threat emerges that exceeds the organization's risk tolerance, the lifecycle provides the path to introduce or upgrade relevant safeguards. Conversely, if residual risk falls below defined thresholds, certain controls may be simplified or retired. This constant dialogue between risk and control ensures that the organization neither overspends on unnecessary measures nor underestimates critical vulnerabilities. In this sense, lifecycle management becomes a governance function as much as a technical discipline. Clear ownership is the foundation of accountability within the control lifecycle. Every control should have an assigned owner, a manager, team, or process leader, responsible for its operation, documentation, and performance evidence. Ownership prevents duplication, neglect, and ambiguity about who ensures compliance or responds to deficiencies. Governance committees reinforce this accountability by tracking ownership assignments, reviewing metrics, and escalating concerns when performance targets are missed. This structure not only preserves operational discipline, but also embeds control management into the organization's culture. When ownership is transparent, accountability flows naturally, and the life cycle becomes self-sustaining rather than driven solely by audits. Change management ensures that every control adjustment, no matter how small, is conducted with rigor and transparency. Modifications, whether rule tuning, configuration updates, or procedural refinements, must pass through formal change control channels to assess impact, dependencies, and compliance implications. Testing before full deployment validates stability and minimizes disruption. Documenting each change creates a defensible record for internal audits and regulators, proving that updates were authorized, tested, and reviewed. Governance oversight adds a second layer of assurance, ensuring no change bypasses scrutiny. By institutionalizing this structure, organizations reduce unplanned failures and maintain a predictable rhythm of adaptation across their control portfolio. Continuous validation sustains control effectiveness between review cycles. Automated monitoring tools, key performance indicators, KPIs, and key risk indicators provide real-time insight into whether safeguards perform as intended. Alerts highlight declining performance, configuration drift, or outright control failure, prompting rapid investigation and remediation. Validation should also include human analysis, periodic testing, sampling, or red team exercises that complements automation. This blend of machine precision and expert interpretation ensures that deviations are caught quickly and contextually understood. Continuous validation transforms the lifecycle from a reactive, audit-driven activity into an ongoing assurance process that strengthens resilience daily. Periodic reviews provide the formal checkpoints that anchor control lifecycle management. While continuous monitoring identifies issues in real time, structured reviews evaluate a control's broader relevance and effectiveness against business goals. Conducted quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, these assessments validate alignment with regulatory requirements, emerging risks, and operational priorities. Reviews also verify that documentation, evidence, and testing remain current and complete. Internal audit teams often participate to ensure objectivity, cross-referencing controls with governance frameworks and policy requirements. Findings from these reviews feed back into governance reports and risk registers, ensuring executives and boards have visibility into where controls excel, where they falter, and where investment or simplification is warranted. Eventually, every control reaches a point where its value diminishes relative to its cost or complexity. Retirement of obsolete controls is therefore a sign of maturity, not neglect. Reviews, monitoring results, and incident data reveal when a safeguard no longer provides meaningful protection or duplicates another capability. Retirement decisions are documented, including justification, approvals, and compensating measures to cover any temporary gaps. When decommissioned properly, retiring controls reduces operational clutter and frees resources for modernization. This discipline prevents outdated technologies or redundant processes from undermining agility and ensures that the control portfolio evolves in step with the business environment. Documentation serves as the connective tissue of the entire lifecycle, recording every phase from design through retirement. Policies, procedures, and configuration baselines must be updated to reflect each change, creating a transparent trail for auditors and regulators. Version control records show who made updates, when approvals were granted, and why decisions were made. Operational evidence, system logs, screenshots, access records proves that controls are functioning as designed. Maintaining this documentation is not administrative overhead. It is what allows leadership and regulators alike to confirm that governance exists in practice. Effective documentation transforms compliance from a defensive exercise into a proactive demonstration of integrity and professionalism. Lifecycle management is inherently collaborative, crossing organizational boundaries. Security teams lead in defining technical specifications and ensuring monitoring coverage. IT departments handle integration, infrastructure compatibility, and incident response. Compliance professionals align controls with laws, contracts, and frameworks such as SOX or HIPAA. Business units, meanwhile, must embed these controls into their daily operations, ensuring they are practical and sustained. Successful coordination requires regular communication, shared ownership of outcomes, and unified reporting. When these functions operate cohesively, control management becomes an enterprise-wide process rather than a security silo, fostering a culture of shared accountability for protection and compliance. Metrics provide the quantitative backbone of lifecycle oversight. Common measures include the percentage of controls reviewed within their defined cycles, the number of controls retired, replaced, or enhanced annually, and the trend of incidents linked to underperforming safeguards. Efficiency metrics, such as reductions in control redundancy or operational costs, demonstrate optimization beyond risk mitigation. Metrics translate the abstract concept of control health into tangible, trackable performance indicators. Presented in dashboards and governance reports, these figures guide prioritization and resource allocation. They allow leadership to assess whether lifecycle management delivers real risk reduction or has become merely procedural. Despite its structure, control lifecycle management faces persistent challenges. Limited budgets and personnel often delay reviews or updates, particularly for legacy systems that are difficult to modernize. Complex regulatory environments can create overlapping requirements, forcing teams to maintain redundant controls. Resistance to change is another obstacle. Long-standing practices may persist out of habit rather than necessity. Overcoming these hurdles requires executive sponsorship, automation to reduce manual workload, and clear communication about the strategic value of disciplined lifecycle practices. With these enablers in place, even resource-constrained organizations can sustain a healthy and adaptive control environment. Strong lifecycle management practices yield measurable benefits that extend far beyond compliance. By maintaining structured oversight, organizations prevent gradual control degradation and ensure that safeguards evolve in parallel with emerging risks. This consistency reinforces operational resilience. Systems continue to perform securely even as infrastructure changes or staff turnover occurs. Well-managed life cycles also optimize spending by identifying which controls deliver real value and which can be consolidated or retired. The result is a leaner, more focused control environment where resources are directed toward the protections that truly matter. Ultimately, this efficiency strengthens the organization's credibility with auditors, regulators, and business partners alike. Technology serves as a powerful enabler throughout the life cycle. Governance, risk, and compliance (GRC) platforms automate repetitive tasks such as scheduling reviews, collecting evidence, and tracking remediation progress. Dashboards provide visual insight into which controls are due for evaluation, underperforming, or awaiting retirement. Artificial intelligence and analytics tools extend this visibility by predicting control degradation, identifying anomalies in performance data, and suggesting proactive improvements. Automation reduces the burden of manual reporting, allowing security teams to focus on interpretation and strategy. When integrated into daily operations, technology transforms the life cycle from a compliance checklist into a self-sustaining management ecosystem. Executive oversight gives lifecycle management its strategic anchor. CISOs and boards should regularly review lifecycle performance to ensure alignment with enterprise risk appetite. These sessions highlight which controls have changed, which underperformed, and how those adjustments affected residual risk. High-risk changes, such as modifications to authentication mechanisms or network segmentation, should be escalated for executive approval to validate both technical soundness and governance alignment. This top-down engagement promotes transparency, ensures accountability, and integrates lifecycle management into the organization's overall risk strategy. Oversight transforms what could be a technical maintenance process into a strategic governance exercise. Continuous improvement is what keeps the life cycle responsive and forward-looking. Lessons learned from incidents, near misses, and audit findings should inform refinements in design, documentation, and testing. Benchmarking against industry standards and peers helps identify where existing controls lag or excel, guiding targeted enhancements. Feedback from users and stakeholders provides another valuable dimension. Controls must be effective without hindering productivity. This iterative loop transforms lifecycle management into an evolving discipline, one that adapts with changing technologies, threat landscapes, and organizational goals. Continuous improvement ensures that maturity grows with each cycle rather than resetting at each review. Global and regulatory considerations introduce complexity that mature organizations handle through harmonization. Multinational firms must ensure that their lifecycle practices satisfy diverse regulations, from GDPR to SOX, while maintaining consistency across all regions. This is achieved through centralized governance frameworks supported by localized implementation. Regulators increasingly demand not only the presence of controls, but documented evidence of review and renewal. Unified lifecycle documentation across geographies demonstrates that the enterprise operates with discipline and transparency no matter where it does business. Harmonization enhances resilience, enabling global organizations to respond uniformly to both audits and incidents. As security operations become more data-driven, lifecycle management acts as the connective framework linking daily control performance to long-term resilience. Each phase, initiation, design, implementation, operation, and retirement, feeds into the next, creating a loop of accountability and learning. Metrics guide adjustments, automation accelerates feedback, and oversight ensures alignment with risk appetite. The organization no longer views controls as static defenses, but as evolving mechanisms of assurance. By continuously refining how controls are governed, measured, and modernized, the enterprise achieves not just compliance, but enduring adaptability in a world where risks change faster than technology itself. Effective lifecycle management transforms the security function from a reactive posture to one of continuous readiness. Each control becomes a living commitment that reflects the organization's risk philosophy and operational tempo. When lifecycle activities are embedded into daily governance routines, they shift from episodic reviews to ongoing assurance. This approach ensures that even as business priorities evolve, security mechanisms keep pace. Continuous readiness also simplifies audit preparation, as evidence and documentation are generated organically rather than retroactively. The more ingrained lifecycle management becomes, the more resilient and predictable the entire security program is, capable of adapting without sacrificing control integrity.
Central to lifecycle maturity is the integration of quantitative and qualitative feedback. Metrics and KPIs quantify performance, identifying which controls meet, exceed, or fall short of targets, while qualitative reviews capture context, such as user feedback or emerging operational needs. Together, these perspectives enable leadership to make balanced decisions about where to invest, retire, or automate. Mature programs pair data analytics with expert judgment, ensuring that decisions are evidence-based but not purely mechanical. This balance transforms measurement into intelligence, reinforcing that lifecycle management is as much about informed governance as it is about operational execution.
Automation continues to redefine how lifecycle management operates at scale. Instead of relying on manual spreadsheets or static review calendars, organizations are adopting platforms that integrate risk registers, control catalogs, and audit evidence into a single ecosystem. These systems automatically schedule assessments, notify owners, and update dashboards when new risks emerge or thresholds are exceeded. Predictive analytics can even forecast when controls are likely to fail or drift out of compliance. Such foresight reduces surprises, shortens response times, and frees skilled personnel to focus on design and strategy. In large enterprises, automation is not a luxury. It is the only sustainable way to manage complexity across thousands of controls. The leadership component of lifecycle management cannot be overstated. CISOs and boards set the tone by demanding transparency and consistent reporting. Their oversight validates that lifecycle practices align with corporate risk appetite and strategic direction. When high-risk control changes require executive review, it elevates accountability and ensures that risk decisions are shared rather than delegated. Leadership visibility also signals to employees and auditors that lifecycle management is a standing governance priority, not an afterthought. Regular briefings on control performance, trends, and planned improvements turn oversight into a strategic dialogue about resilience, trust, and long-term risk posture. Continuous improvement practices ensure that the lifecycle never stagnates. Post-incident reviews, audit recommendations, and emerging best practices all provide input for refinement. Benchmarking against industry peers helps organizations measure maturity and set realistic improvement goals. Small incremental changes, like automating evidence collection or standardizing documentation, compound over time into major efficiency gains. By treating every review or incident as a lesson rather than a failure, organizations foster a learning culture that values adaptation over perfection. Continuous improvement is the final proof of maturity. It turns governance into growth. In conclusion, control lifecycle management is the sustaining rhythm of a mature cybersecurity program. Its phases, initiation, design, implementation, operation, and retirement, create a repeating cycle that balances innovation with assurance. Supported by governance, metrics, and automation, the lifecycle ensures that controls remain aligned with evolving risks and strategic goals. It prevents decay, optimizes resources, and reinforces accountability at every level of the enterprise. When executed effectively, lifecycle management becomes more than a process. It becomes a philosophy of resilience, one that allows organizations to thrive securely in an environment of perpetual change.